Joe Rogan recently had a patient on his show. We all know. Is everyone here familiar with Neuralink? Exactly what this is, Vera? Lady Decade, are you familiar with the thing they put in their head to make you...
The brain chip, and there was the man who's lost the use of his arms and legs, but he was able to enjoy a video game.
Yeah, this is pretty spectacular. So Joe Rogan was mind blown when he found out that a Neuralink patient pretty much has aimbot because he has Neuralink in his head. Check this out.
How cool was it the first day to be able to play video games?
Yeah, it was awesome. It was.
What
really,
did you
really
play?
cool.
You play shooters like Call of Duty?
Yeah. That brings up another thing. Like, I basically have an aimbot in my head.
So, that's crazy.
Yeah, they'll probably have like different leagues for people like me because it's just not fair.
Wow, is it that accurate?
It's that accurate, and it's faster. One thing that I found with the Neuralink is something that kind of blew my mind too, is that when I'm attempting to do stuff sometimes, or I'm thinking it to like move in a certain place, sometimes it's so good that it's moving before I even like think it to move. It's almost like if you think about moving your hand, the signal is basically already being sent before you move your hand. Like your mind is saying, okay, he's about to move his hand, basically. So the signal needs to be sent all the way down and back up in order for you to move your hand. So the speed that all of that happens, and it's almost a little preemptive. I saw that with the Neuralink, where it was moving the cursor before I was actually moving my hand. Say.
Wow.
So with video games, stuff like that, you just need to think for it to move somewhere, and it is that accurate, and it's quicker than you can even think. So there's no way it's going to, like, no one else is going to be able to keep up with it.
That's going to be wild for something like Quake. Like a first person, like a fast first person shooter.
Yeah.
You're running down hallways and you're just catching people and shooting them instantaneously.
Yeah. Elon Musk will have a field day.
So tell me again about how stupid and what an idiot Elon Musk is, as he's literally creating a new version of humanity with this. Phoenix, I actually want to know your thoughts on this when it comes to the Neuralink and the instant aimbot that is you after you get this thing implanted in your brain.
Just one thing first, real fast. That episode came out in 2024, so you can only imagine how much better it is now.
Yeah.
I'm torn on it. You just heard my Neuralink. I was listening to Joe Rogan in my head. As Lady Decade keeps saying Sega in hers. For me, I'm really torn. I think this is an incredible tool for disabilities, things like that. I can't wait to see in that market where it can go. I get really nervous when it goes to general population because I'll give you Hellscape scenario of everyone would say like, I'll never put that in my brain. But let me give you an example of probably where you might. Because what's going to happen is they're going to start hiring people that have Neuralink because they can do their jobs faster. And suddenly you're cut out of a market because you're refusing to adapt to this, right? It's almost like back when computers were coming out. If you said, hell no, I'm not touching a computer, how quickly you were phased out. Now it's just like, yeah, well, we're only hiring those that can perform at X amount, with Neuralink, da-da-da-da. And so unless you want to be, work blue collar or something like that, here we are. And then you just start wondering, well, in the wrong hands, what does that start looking like? And I'll shut up there. But that's my fear. It's the fear of when this goes to general population. I would love to see it stay in medical and help people who could really use it. Eyesight, things like that. People who went blind, brain damage, stuff like that. I think this is amazing.
Vera, what do you think of this when you see somebody, let's think just from a video game perspective, right? Strictly from an esports perspective. Do you see a situation, like, wouldn't that be crazy if all these like paraplegic guys were in their own league and they dominate all these pro esports players because they can look and see these things faster?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a very long time before that happens. I mean, this guy's #1 in the world at what he does at this point, because there's, 25 patients in the world right now that they've tested it on. But yeah, I mean, obviously, I think, like Phoenix said, it's a great thing for people to be able to gain back, certain functions and how expansive it could be. That is really phenomenal. But I don't think that it's a worry right now when it comes to like, oh, we need to create certain leagues for people. And I mean, it is crazy to hear about. I mean, is he an aimbotter? Can we consider him a hacker? I mean, I don't know. You know that though the salty people would argue that.
I like the idea that what if he just named his name should be aimbot? That's exactly
yeah,
that's what it should be
but
right there.
It is correct, like the assumption that one day when there are enough people with it that you would need to start considering things like their own competitive leagues because of the advantage that they have.
Decade, do you think when it comes to Neuralink, are you a fan of this technology or are you on the skeptical side?
I agree with what both Vara and Phoenix said on that. I do agree with it. I think it's inevitable, unfortunately. And I think he needs to be restricted to playing Fire Emblem. Although I would like to see him do a Mario 64 speedrun and see how that goes.
Well, it's funny. It's funny you mention that because they actually, I have this article here, this article from March 2024, saying that a Neuralink patient actually used the brain chip to play Mario Kart with his dad. So maybe we will see some Mario Kart speedruns in the future, thanks to Neuralink over here. So I got to be honest, man. This is talk about like a tool-assisted speedrun. This is tool-assisted speedrun to the next level over here. Pretty spectacular. And honestly, when you think of something like this, if you miss the guy, it's truly on you. Like it sucks to suck if you miss a guy with Neuralink in your brain. But yeah, it's pretty crazy and surreal to think about, especially that we're at that point. And I just go back to keep telling me that Elon Musk is an idiot as he's making holes in the earth to get people faster. He's putting holes in people's brains and he's putting satellites in the sky and rockets in the sky. Like I just don't understand that logic.
I'm personally a big fan of the Hyperloop. My God, that's really changed transportation.
Are you talking about the
tunnel? Yeah.
The tunnel. Is that the one in Vegas?
Vegas.
It was it was his concept of the crazy mode of transportation that obviously went nowhere. But he's had a lot of L's, but he also has had a lot of W's. Clearly.
Well, you got to have a lot of L's to get those lots of W's. At least he's creative enough to think of all of this in the first place, and where he's succeeding, he's really succeeding. So I think it's good. It's good to have lots of ideas, and we need creativity like that.
Well, it's hard to be an idiot when you're a trillionaire. Like that would be an enormous amount of luck and just stumbling into success.
Well, I saw this. It was somebody talking about this online that Elon Musk is the world's first trillionaire, and if he had $1 trillion removed from his net worth, he'd still be the richest person in the world. I think it was like $1.4 trillion. And if they had $1 trillion, he'd still have $400 billion, making him the wealthiest person in the world. So he, can't be that dumb. Can't be that dumb. Anyone going to buy, by the way, this is not stock advice. Anyone going to buy any SpaceX stock anytime soon?
I would love to support it, but probably not.
$1.4 trillion, whatever it is, evaluation. It's crazy. Make sure to sub and watch the next video here.